Abba and Sadiq. Tell us what we got. What? Go and get yourself some ice cream. Help yourselves, lads and ladies. Enjoy the ice cream, courtesy of the Ahmadi Religion of Peace and Light. Abdullah Hashim wants to show kindness to you, so you can have some ice cream and enjoy it. Thank you very much, and see you later.
Where the ice cream truck is?
So the ice cream truck, those of you who are watching me, right, here we have the protesters. It seems like it's mainly the far right ones that are standing at the front here, but actually there are a lot of, there's an ice cream truck which is parked down by the petrol station. There's an ice cream van parked down by the petrol station, and the people are actually free to go and enjoy.
Inside me, brother. Inside me.
Hello, folks. I hope it's not too cold outside.
We don't want your cold head.
So if you guys want ice cream, there's an ice cream truck down there. Nice one, mate. Nice one. You got show us your ice cream. Look, he's got an ice cream there. Mate, get as many as you want. Get as many as you want. Have as many as you like. That's not very civilized, is it? That's not very civilized, is it? That's not very. How? You got any proof for that, man? Look at the reaction from the people there. You see, this is not antagonising, and they are launching stones. They are launching drinks.
Okay, that's enough.
Nice, thank you. So they're launching stones. They're launching eggs, and this is the behaviour of the so-called peaceful protesters out there. I tried to give them good advice. We're trying to be hospitable with them. We've said to them that there's an ice cream van there. The ice cream van is 100% free. Some of the kids there had ice cream in their hands. And they're going to go back and they get some more. They can help themselves. If you're out there and you're in the protest, you're more than welcome to get as many ice creams as you want. Head down there. It's absolutely free, courtesy of Abdullah Hashim Abba al-Sadiq alayhi salam. And, you know, we just want to be hospitable to the people out there because, look, it's cold. It's getting cold. They might be hungry. They're obviously very angry. The ice cream's going to help them because everybody loves an ice cream, right? So just head down there and get yourselves an ice cream. It's not particularly difficult. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect from a group like that, but I went out there and I spoke to them at the gates. I'm the first person to go to the gates and speak to them from the community. And you know, if they had been a bit nicer, it might have been a little bit different. But actually, they prefer violence. They were throwing stuff at us. They were throwing hard-boiled eggs, throwing stones, throwing bottles over the gate. But the thing is, like I said, I would give up my life for this man. So an egg here and there ain't going to do any problems. Do you know what I mean? So look, as you can see, we're trying to be hospitable with them, but they simply don't want it. So it is what it is. And obviously the live now has gone to 1.2 thousand. Hang on a second. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, so my dear brothers and sisters, I'm just going to be sitting here, and I just want you guys to know, right, that I went out there not to antagonize them, but to give them an opportunity that I actually missed earlier on. The opportunity is that they could have had ice cream when it was a bit warmer outside. And, you know, we wanted the ice cream van to come back, and it did come back. It's actually, for those of you who are there, go and head down to the ice cream van. It's by the petrol station. Take a little walk down there, one at a time if you want. Get whatever you want. It's all on the house. All right, so enjoy it, courtesy of Abba al-Sadiq alayhi salam. He just wants to show you kindness. We want to show you kindness. I mean, like I said, we're not afraid of the threats. Now, it's not like we've not seen it before. We will come up to you and we'll try to help you and try to talk to you. But if you're going to shout at us, it's not very smart, is it? If you want to try and find an amicable solution. And you're saying we're not welcome inside in your city. But the thing is, it's not your city. You're not the ones who clean the roads. You live there. Yeah, that's fair enough. But it's not not just where you live. We pay our taxes here too. We have the right to stay here. We have the most expensive a property on the whole road in the whole area. So for you guys to turn around and say that this place doesn't belong to us, well, you know, we have, like I said, we have the right to live there. We've been peaceful. We didn't do anything wrong. These accusations that have come out and these allegations that have come out against Abdullah Hashim, it's very unfortunate that this has happened, and this is how you're getting to understand and know what's going on here. But that's not the truth. And when it comes out that we were, you know what I mean? So look, you lot told me to go to the gate. I went to the gate and I didn't shy away from it. I went right up to the gate, right? And I was standing right over it. But they were trying to eyes, so I had to move the phone out of the way just so that I can actually have a little look, shall we? Ashanti Johnson wants to join. I'm just going to add some people to the panel. Give me a second.
I know. I
Okay, I'm back. So, nice and warm and cozy in the Cartim's house. How is everyone doing? Let's see if anyone wants to come up, shall we?
Hello,
Hello,
Alan.
Rose. How are you?
I am here. I just wish they'd leave you alone.
They have the right to protest. It's okay.
Yeah, but you've been live all day explaining yourself. And
Yeah, I know, but you know
nobody's
what? I will do
taking
it for as
in.
long as it takes. It's all right. No, actually, there have been. Look, we've got to be fair to people. There have been some people that have been taking it in. Some of the people's opinions have changed. I went out there. When I stood up, they were cheering, but then the negative ones rose above them. So I could see that there were some people, I have it on camera, there were some people that were cheering and then they went quiet. And it was the people who are very angry for some reason. I don't understand where the anger comes from, because look, it's not been proven against us that we're guilty of any
Yeah,
crimes.
but you're not doing
So
nothing
this is
wrong.
what's kind of making it strange. Yeah, I know, but you know what? People are going to be people. I mean, I don't know why they want to be like that. That's up to them. But I would happily go out there again. I've got no problem doing that.
Just keep yourself safe.
I mean, the only thing that they can do is call us PDFs. That's the only thing that they're doing right now. And actually,
where's the
there is
proof?
no evidence that we're doing any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's
Where's
ridiculous.
the proof?
Sorry? Yeah, exactly.
Where
Where's the
is the
proof?
proof?
But, yeah, I know.
There isn't none.
They're pathetic.
That's my mum saying they're
They're
pathetic.
pathetic. They've got no else better to
Give me a
do.
sec.
Okay, sweetheart. I mean, my mum is 78 and she's saying they're just pathetic what they're doing.
Yeah, but it's all right. It is what it is. I mean, what can you do? You know, you can't please everybody. There are always going to be people who are going to want to be negative, and the only thing is that we're going to have to try and treat them with kindness. You know, if they don't want to have an ice cream, then we don't want to force them.
It's
Do you know
not
what
a
I mean? The
call,
ice cream
it's
is
a
free.
call.
I mean,
And
look,
no,
if
I
someone
have
was
not
offering me,
been there,
if somebody,
but I would love to go there.
Yeah.
Thank you. In the comments. It's like I've
Yeah.
been putting all day. No hate. Stop hating. Please be respectful with your comments.
One day we'll go.
Yeah.
got a lot of people who are. Let's get this one in. Just give me a minute, Rosh.
No worries. Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to the live.
Thank you for letting me up. All you people in the comments, please leave this man alone. He's been doing hours and hours of talking on people with you guys. Please be respectful. There's nothing to do with religion or who they are. Please stop putting in there that he's a PDF because he isn't. None of them are. Get your facts right. Get your facts right, people. Now, so I have sent you a private message, darling. When you get time, please read it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
No, you're very
I appreciate
welcome.
your
And
comments.
Rog, I sent you a
You
follow,
can
my
stay there if
darling.
you want. It's up. Yeah, so you can stay there if you want. It's up to you.
Okay, no worry, that's fine.
Leader.
Sorry, hello, Bonnie. Are you over 18?
Yeah, I'm actually 18. Nowhere of a lie. My mum's life, I'm 18. Otherwise, I won't
Okay,
have joined
fine.
that.
It's all right. You've said it. So like, I'm free from that now. So how are you today? You okay?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thank you very much
I'll
for
be
asking.
10
Are you
times
outside
better.
at the protest?
No, am I ill? But I'll be
Okay.
10 times
Are you
better.
from
Better,
Peru?
yeah. No.
No. Okay.
No, I'm not.
So what brings you here?
I want Mr. Manchester to be the new leader. I think that's what will make us all happy. Is if Mr. Manchester, you went and spoke to him and let him be the new leader.
You can ask Mr. Manchester to go and start his own thing, and that would be a cult. That wouldn't be what we have here. We actually have a religion here. It's an established religion. It's taken a long time to do
Wait. So
this.
you've just sat there and blamed Mr. Manchester that if he starts something, that'd be a cult.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not from God. You want him to be the leader. When
How
the
do you know?
people choose
He
the
might-
leader,
how-
no, hang on. When the people, Bonnie, when the people choose the leader, like we choose our governments, they always lead us down a path of tyranny and oppression, right? When God chooses the leader, we always success and thrive, like in the time of David and Solomon in the Bible. But when we went and chose for ourselves, we chose Barabbas, and we let Jesus get crucified, then we failed and we lost, and the king was crucified. Do you understand? So when humanity chooses who they want to be as the leader, we always fail. But when God chooses who the leader is, we succeed. So what we're saying here is Abdullah Hashim is chosen by God, and that's the reason why we are succeeding. Messengers, the prophets and the messengers have.
Oh, you're on pause, mate.
Sorry. The prophets and the messengers have been oppressed, right? And the people who choose their oppressors, like Keir Starmer and Tony Blair, look what they've done to us in the past. They've led us into this war. They've led us into that war. They put our prices up. They put more controls over our children. Look at the state of the system that we're living in today. It's because we've been choosing them, right? That's the problem, you see. So you choosing Mr. Manchester, no problem. Go ahead and do it and start your own thing. It's nothing to do with us. But you're gonna you will keep away from us. It's nothing to do with us.
Can you talk to Mr. Manchester and let him in because he wants to talk to you?
No, I don't want to talk to him when there's a protest going on. I will talk to him after the protests and all this stuff's over. Once everything's come out and all the verdicts have been done, I'll speak to him then.
The thing is, Mr. Manchester isn't even involved. He's just showing everyone what's
No,
happening.
he's not. But he's
He's
the one.
not sat there.
Look, Bonnie,
Carry on.
listen. You're saying he's not involved. He actually is involved. He's involved in spreading misinformation. I've got the recordings. He's going round the side there saying that's where Abdullah Hashim, their leader, stands, and he pretends to be Jesus. He pretends that he's the Messiah.
Can I just say,
And they do
someone
their,
was
and they hang on,
that.
and they do their. No. I've got video footage. I've recorded his lives, and he goes over to the conclave area where the seating is, and he says this is where they do all the rituals, right? So he's spreading misinformation. It's an area that's not even finished yet. It's still under construction. He's telling people, inflating the situation, causing more problems. Right? That's what they're doing. Now, look, Jojo hasn't been that bad, right? But when Mr. Manchester goes over and says, look, they're digging up there, we've had some news that there might be some bodies down there, we don't know what's going on. Fair enough. He's making speculation. But he himself is doing what the police told him not to do. The police have said, we ask the public not to speculate until the case has been concluded by the police. And so people like that, these influencers going out there, doing what they're doing, they're not helping the situation. They're actually making the situation significantly worse.
Right, okay, well, but
What are
someone
you
was
going
on.
to do when it turns out we're all innocent and we have no charges pressed against us in relation to those allegations that have been made? What are you going to do? How are you going to feel? Look at what's happening to us.
Couldn't give two fucks, me. Not gonna
Well,
lie to
exactly.
you.
That's the reason why the country is
But
failing,
I'm
because of
I'm
people
not
just like
being
yourself,
funny.
just
I'm
people
not here
just like people just like yourself. That's the problem with this country. When truth has been established, you're not interested. When you want to have something fixed,
enough,
I could
so
turn
I
around
don't
and say
need
that
to
your
know.
mum and your dad are paedophiles, right? I can say that. I can say that right now, make an accusation, and say that your mum and dad, they molested me. I can say that. I can make an accusation. They'll kick your door down and they'll take you to the police station. They'll take all of you and they'll check all your devices and everything. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Right? You're going to sit there.
you didn't
And then
have
when
to
it,
put
when it
that.
turns out that you guys are all innocent, I'm going to say, no, I still don't give a F. You still are in that same situation. That's what I could do that. I could do that. But the thing is, you are choosing to be willfully ignorant. This is not the way of the British people. And actually, the wider people in the wider crew, they don't agree with any of your people out there. These people here, they're a racist people. They're far right. I've tried to sympathise with them. I've tried to unite with them. They want me to come out there so they can smash my head on the ground and kill me. That's what they want to do. That's actually all they want to do.
That's
They
what
don't.
they
Act,
want.
they don't. I'm going to
Yeah.
speak of what it is. I'm going to speak of what it is. They don't actually care about the case. They don't care about the woman. They don't care about anybody in here. They just want to cause somebody some harm so they can let out all that frustration of 20 or 30 years of living in this country and being sad and pissed with their miserable lives. That's what they want to do. They want to blame someone for it. You should blame yourselves. You're the ones that pick your leaders. We don't pick your leaders. You pick your leaders. You're the one who choose your councillors. You're the one who go and you pay your taxes to pay them people to do this to you. They're the ones who have done all this. The police have done what they've done. They were used excessive force. We are completely innocent here. We are innocent until proven guilty. What part of that don't you people here in this part of crew understand? You don't understand. They just want violence. This is the same attitude that the children of Cain had at the time of Adam, the first man. The children of Cain behaved like that while the children of Adam were here, trying to talk sense to them and offering them kindness, offering them drinks, offering them food, offering them ice cream to try and help them get through the day. We didn't do it to antagonize you. We just wanted to show you some kindness. You want to see that as a antagonizing you? Well, that's your prerogative. The police didn't see it. The police said that you did a good thing there. Fair play, mate. But unfortunately, they're just not taking it. I was like, yeah, I know. But you know what? What can we do? What can we do? They don't like kindness. Don't complain. Don't complain if you never get ice cream again in your lives. Don't complain when you have to pay £3.50 for a 99 cone. Don't complain to us or don't complain to anyone when you're complaining about the inflation because you want to buy your son a rocket lolly that costs £4 when we were offering it to you for free here today. Don't complain. Blame yourselves.
There you go, user. He's just answered your question. Can you ask him whose idea the free ice cream van was? It was for you guys.
No,
for you
it's
guys.
No, it's for the people out there protesting. It's not for us.
Exactly.
It's for the
them.
people out there protesting. Go and get your ice creams. It's 100% free. Go and enjoy it. Get whatever you want. Enjoy it. You want to take something from us? Take our money first. Take it. Take it and eat. Eat the ice cream. Enjoy it.
Chuck a kindness back in your face, Nasser. That's what they're doing. They chuck a kindness back in your face.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's fine. Look, if they want to stand out there later on when they're starving and they're so far from it, there's no shops around here. They're going to be starving later on. They're going to wish they had an ice cream. They're going to wish. Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? They're going to be walking like, you know what, Dave? Do you know what, Steve? Do you know what, Kate? You know what? I'm pissed, man. I should have got one of them ice creams that they offered us. You're going to be walking home. You're going to be walking home, screwing at yourselves, wishing that you took the ice cream. Just go and get yourselves an ice cream, man. It means nothing. It means nothing. Go and get an ice cream. Put a bit of sugar in your belly. You might get a bit more energy. Let's hear some chanting from you. Come on. You've only got an hour and a half left of your protest.
Right.
Go and get some energy in you and go and do some chanting.
I'm not getting hurt by his leader. I don't
You know what? The kids, they were taking the ice cream. Look, the ice cream van is nothing to do with our religion. We just made a phone call, said, look, we need an ice cream van to the petrol station on Victoria Avenue. Can you get there now, please? We'll pay whatever. We pay however much it costs. Go there, help yourself, knock yourselves out. Get the ice cream. Enjoy it.
Right, the comments are getting absolutely ridiculous. Right, I've got broad shoulders. I can take it.
No, you're okay. Relax. Let the comments, let the chat do what they do best. That's all right. Hello, Jules. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
How's your day been? It's like 9:30 now, isn't it? Like,
Nasser, I'm going to go upstairs because I'm going to get my child
no
in
problem,
bed and
Roche.
get ready for
No problem,
school.
Roche.
All
Yeah,
right.
take it easy, man.
You take care, brother. Speak to
Yeah,
you
and
soon.
you too. Thanks a lot for coming on. Appreciate you.
God bless you.
God
Take
bless you,
care,
man.
Rose. Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye, sweetheart. Now, tomorrow I'm going to go as well, Don. I've got to put Little into bed, back to school tomorrow.
All right, no worries.
Take
Thanks
care.
for
Be
coming on.
nice, people
Really
in the
appreciate it.
comments. Stop being vile. I know you can call me a PDF for support. I don't care. Bye.
Okay. Hello, Jules. How are you today?
I'm all right, thank you.
It's a little bit low, like the volume.
Sorry, that was a little bit of a rant you were having then for peace and light.
Yeah, I know. I want them to enjoy the ice cream, but if they want to throw eggs at me and try and cause me harm when I'm just trying to offer them some ice cream, it's ridiculous, to be honest. You know, they've been dying. Do you know what it is? They've been dying for people, for someone to come out there and speak to them. I went out there and I spoke to them, and actually they just like, I could smell the breath coming off them from the crowd. It was really bad. Like,
Has been out. I've been in on 4 different Armadi like lives today.
yeah.
3 out of 4 have
Sorry, I can't hear you. Sorry.
like 3 out of 4 have kicked me out of the box
Why have they kicked you out? What did you say to them?
because they don't like the truth. So
What questions do you have?
right, okay. Let's see how well this goes, shall we, guys? Some of the people in on this live have actually been on other lives that I've been in as well. Right, okay. First question then. So the girl that went to the police station and reported yourselves as doing whatever you've done and why this is all
The allegations.
yeah. Do you know her personally?
No, I don't know her personally. No, but I know her ex-husband.
Right. So how long have you been at Web
I've been here. I've been here for just over a year.
You joined just over a year. So how long have you been interested in the religion?
Sorry, for longer than that. I actually came here a year ago, so I've been in the religion longer than that.
So if you've been in the religion longer, where have you been before? I'm not covering my mic, guys. I don't know why. I'm not.
No, it doesn't sound. It's not very clear, to be honest with you.
Right, I don't know why. I'm not.
They're saying that I'm going to kick you out, but I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not. I've not got my mic. covered.
Genuinely, your mic doesn't sound very good.
Right. Well, let me come off. And then I'll come back in again. Then
Okay, no problem.
let me back in.
I will do. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد على إمة والمهديين وسلم تسليما. Peace and blessings of God Almighty be upon you all. It's a little bit of ice cream, man. I don't know what the big deal is.
Right. Is that any better?
No, not really. It's up and down again. It's just the same thing. Just carry on and let's see how it goes, right?
I don't know. 'Cause I've been on other lives today, so I don't know what.
but the thing is, it's not coming from me. It's coming from the chat too. I can hear you, but it's not very clear. Like sometimes it goes down, it goes high.
Oh, I don't know. I'll keep my mouth by the microphone at the bottom. Can you hear me all right, guys, now?
Just crack on, Jules.
Right, okay. So how come you've only been at Web House for a year? Where were you before you joined Web House?
I was practicing a different religion, the religion of Islam, the Muslims' religion.
You've just said that you've been with the religion longer than a year, but then you've just said,
So you're saying where were you before? So I was in a different religion before I became a believer in this religion.
so what made you come over to this religion?
So I did a lot of investigating. I did a lot of scrutinizing. I actually was somebody who opposed Abdullah Hashim. I used to make videos against him. I used to actually put my face out there and make videos with his face and say that this guy is sleeping with other people's wives. This guy, people are prostrating to him. They shouldn't be doing this. This is idol worship. And I used to make videos against him. I used to speak on lives against him. I had a debate with some of the people that you've seen on the live, some of the main people here. I used to debate them about him, saying that he's wrong, this is all false, this is wrong, that this is the wrong religion, and you guys are actually really bad and wicked and evil. But when I actually looked into the religion after being in opposition to them for over a year, and I started thinking to myself, let me actually look at what they actually believe, and let me see what it's all about. After investigating sincerely, without all of that, with my cup full, then I started to realize there's something here. And I started to look, and I started to read, and I started to understand. And I said, actually, a lot of this actually makes sense. And the more I read, the more it made sense. and nobody spoke to me, nobody brainwashed me. I did the studying myself. And actually, a lot of people that come to this religion, they study, they read the books, they try to understand, they're seeking knowledge and trying to understand the religion before they actually pledge allegiance and say, I want to be a part of this religion. So that's what happened to me. I studied, I read, I understood, I watched the videos, I was looking at how his demeanor was, I was looking at what the good people were saying, I was looking at the people who were instigating wars against him, I was also with them. Actually, if you don't believe me, I even told them that I wanted to sneak in here as a spy and try and, I wanted to sneak in here as a spy to expose him. And actually, when I got here, and I got in, by the way, I actually got here, and I could have done that. But when I started to investigate more and more, I started to see that this is all actually real. It's not what everybody outside actually thinks. And then I went on TV. I went on TV in front of 42 million people. And I said, you know, I came to this place here, the Ahmadi Religion of Peace and Light. I came here to expose Abdullah Hashim. But actually, after being here and seeing what I'm seeing, I'm saying that everything that he has written is true. Everything he has said is truthful. I saw the evidence. I saw the proof. I realized that actually this man isn't what everyone is saying. That all them people out there that have these things, they're doing it because they have difference in beliefs. And so I saw that this man is speaking some real sense, some real truth. He has solutions for the problems we have in the world, but people aren't prepared to listen, just like they're not prepared.
Can I ask you, sorry, were you homeless before you joined the religion? Where were you living at the time?
Yes, I was homeless. I was living in Wales.
That's all I need to know. So you were vulnerable at the time, and they offered you.
No, I wasn't vulnerable. I could have slept in a house, but I preferred to sleep in a field.
Right. So what I'm noticing, don't take this as being disrespectful. I'm noticing there's a hell of a lot of vulnerable people that are joining.
So do you classify someone as not having a place over their head as being vulnerable?
You've been offered a place to stay. He's probably offered.
No, actually, no, that's not true. I found my own place to live here. I found my own place. This is where everyone's getting it wrong. You're assuming that Abdullah Hashim is putting people in places. That's not what's happening. You don't even know what's going on. I found my own place. It's my own place. I own it.
But he's offered you. No, you found your own place because you went to them. But he has offered you, and a lot of others. There's another girl that was on live before, that she was an orphan. She had nobody that looked after her. She was offered a place here, and she was very vulnerable. There's another girl that was on live.
So you're classifying people who do not have. So you're saying somebody who doesn't have the ideal family, a mum, a dad, a brother, a sister, a roof over their head. You're classifying anybody. This is the problem, right? You're saying that somebody who doesn't have the things that other people have are vulnerable. So if you're homeless, or if so you could choose to be homeless. You're saying they're vulnerable. You're saying someone who's an orphan, because they don't have a mum and dad, that makes them vulnerable. What if they've got a massive support system?
Because you're being offered the love maybe that you've not got in your life.
No, absolutely not. I can go back to my hometown. There's plenty of people who love me and who will chill with me, and I've got a big support system. But I chose not to have them because I prefer to choose God.
This isn't very peace and light. You're the most. I'm not being funny, and don't take me off, please. But you're the most aggressive.
I'm not gonna, Jules. Look, I'm not gonna kick you off from one brick. Jules, from one brick to another brick. I'm not gonna kick you off, right?
You're coming across as very aggressive. You are supposed.
No, I'm not. Look, Jules. You look. It's clear. You look like you're a nurse. You look like, I think that's a tunic. Maybe you maybe work for the NHS or something. I don't know. Right? You might work in care. So you identify people who are vulnerable as something else. Okay, but that doesn't always work in everyone's society and everyone's ideologies. Right? Your perception of life doesn't need to be put onto anybody else. Okay. So how you perceive the world doesn't mean that the whole world works like that. So the reality here is, you don't know who I am, okay? Everybody in the chat knows who I am. They know how I talk. This is how I talk. I talk like this to everybody. This is my character. I have character. I'm a charismatic person. And this is how I am, okay? I'm not frustrated. I am very animated. I am a very animated person. I speak like this. Oh, in addition to this, I was protesting for 2 days outside Middlewich and my voice went. So I've been talking for 9 hours a day for the last 2 days on TikTok Live, trying to speak to people, and my voice is going. So I'm having to add additional force so that you can hear me. Otherwise, you're not going to hear me very well.
Right, okay. So how
Okay, good.
how do you know 110% that your leader is not guilty of those crimes if you were not a part of the religion at that? How do you know? You weren't there, so how can you say that he is?
Yeah, okay, here's a question for you. How do you know? Was Abdullah Hashim one of the 6 people that have been accused of that situation? The answer is no.
Right, what I do know.
So you're jumping to conclusion, not me, right? He's not one of the 6 in question about that situation. They've taken him in as a leader of the religion.
In UK
They arrested more than 6 people. More than 6 people they've arrested, right?
Let me speak then. Yeah, you're English.
I don't have to let you speak. You can speak whenever you want. You don't need my permission.
Right.
You're welcome.
I don't want to talk over you either.
No, it's okay. It's just because when I'm speaking, I have to hear myself.
Yeah, you're English and I'm English.
Your voice isn't very high either, so it makes it a bit difficult.
You must understand UK law.
Yes.
Right, okay, so I was on another live before and one of my ex-boyfriends attacked me in my home 2 years ago, okay?
I'm so sorry to hear that. That's unacceptable.
He was put on bail.
Okay.
Right, he was put on bail. It never went to court because there wasn't enough evidence. Okay, now these guys, your leader and 6 others, are in court in June, which is next month, which means that they have got charges against them.
Hang on a second. Which people are in court? It's not the 6 in question. It's the 10 who had obstructed the police. Don't get it twisted. It's the 10 individuals who obstructed police during their business. They're the ones in court. Abdullah Hashim's not involved in that.
Right, but why is he not allowed to come back to Crewe then? Why is he not allowed?
Because he's a powerful man. He is the leader of a religion. And they are conducting their investigations. Listen, I have talked about this for days. I understand the situation very well. He's my leader. It's in my interest to know what's going on with him. So please listen, okay?
I am listening, but on Cheshire Police website, it says that he is not allowed to come back to Crewe.
Yeah, that's his bail conditions.
Right, but why is he on bail then if he's not got any charges? Why is he on bail?
No, this is how the legal system works. They're not going to keep him in there because we would protest. Actually, we would stay there protesting until they released him. We were prepared to stay there for as long as it took to get him out of there. We were protesting every single day. You asked the people that were there. We slept there. We woke up in the morning. We protested until night. And then we slept there again. And we woke up and we protested for hours and hours and hours. Just chanting his name, just chanting his name, just chanting his name. Now, the police don't want to waste any more resources of having a permanent station of officers out there until October. That's ridiculous. We would have stayed there. We would have stayed there until October. We would have stayed there. We would have lived there. They don't want that. So it's in the police's best interest, considering the circumstances, considering the situation, that they release him so that we can go and do what we need to do.
But can you tell me then, why is he not allowed to phone and why is he not allowed to contact any children under the age of 18 if he is
because look, police have to take precautions. Police have policies. They have to take precautions. They have to take precautions to ensure that in case they find a case that goes against him and they can charge him with it.
The allegations against him for sexual
allegations are allegations. Everyone is innocent until they're proven guilty in a court of law with their peers. He's not in a court of law yet. The police, look, Jules. Right, they came here, they raided our building, they destroyed our building, and in the process, they were trying to gather whatever evidence they did. Now they're going to go back to the drawing table, they're going to look at what evidence they think they found, and they're going to try and build a case. That's what they're going to do. They're going to try and build a case. It's going to take a few months, but they're going to try and build a case. If they had any solid evidence, they would have said, like they would do to me, or to your ex-boyfriend, or to anybody else out there. If they had solid evidence, they would say, hello, I'm arresting you. They would go back, they would take him and they say, we're charging you, because they have evidence, they have enough to convict him. They only need evidence to convict a man. If they have the evidence, then they'll convict him. They'll arrest him and say, we're charging you. And they haven't charged him. So he's still innocent and he's still a free man. It's not a complicated thing to understand.
He's not allowed to come back to Crewe.
Because we are here, because the whole community are here, because the religion is here. And listen. Jules, you have to understand, there's a protest going on outside my front door right now, right? There's a protest going on the right side of my door. Listen, if he came here right now and it's not been proven whether he's innocent or guilty, let's say he comes here and he stays here. Those people out there, they're going to stay out there and they're going to try and breach. They're going to come in here and it's going to cause public disorder. They're going to get arrested and put in jail for their offences. And they're going to come in here and they're going to cause havoc, smashing up the whole place and all sorts. So for the interest of public safety, as they said in the televised in the televised policing brief, right? In the interest of the public, okay, safety, they said, right? He is going to be out. They're going to be outside of Crewe. So it's for the protection of the residents here, and for the wider public here. It's in the interest of it. The police said it. It's for the interest of the public safety. Because there are a lot of people. You can see out there. A lot of people are angry, but they don't even know why they're angry because no charges have been made.
Time out. Can I ask you something completely, totally different? Then, are you from London?
No, I'm from Luton.
So you're from down south, okay?
Yeah, I'm from south. Yeah.
You know all the bombings and all the stabbings and everything that's going on in London. Yeah?
Yeah, I've heard about it in the news,
How many times on the news have we experienced 500 police officers attending one of them stabbings or one of them terrorism attacks?
Okay, are you going to listen to me? Are you going to listen to me now? Are you going to listen?
I have been listening to you, you're not letting me talk. How many
No, but
times?
you asked a question. You either want me to answer it or you just want me to... Do you want me to listen to... Jules, with all due respect, my dear, right? Do you want me to just sit here and listen to you? I know you're listening to me, but look, as I said, you don't know me. I'm somebody who gives very long answers, okay? That's who I am. I'm sorry, I can't change myself, okay? I give very long answers, comprehensive answers, okay?
Comment here on your live because you need to be
I don't read the comments. I don't engage with the comments. So listen, Jules, right? 500 police officers. Do you think it's fair that in the situation of the alleged serious crimes against that woman the woman who has made these accusations, right? Do you think it's fair that the police send 5 people or 10 people to 150 people here?
No, but that's
No,
bad.
Exactly. Number one, this is a religion. Number one, it's a religion. There are 150-ish people who live here. Okay. Number two, right? There are people who have been protesting against us. So they have to anticipate that there's going to be crowds of locals coming here because the locals have got a problem with us being here. Okay. So they have to anticipate. Hang on, let me finish. Just let me finish, Jules, please. Let me finish. Okay. They have to anticipate the amount of people that are going to be coming here. Now, in an ideal world, there should be 2 police officers per person to restrain a person. If you have 150 people, you need 2 people per person. So that by default, you'd have automatically 300 people. That's 2 police officers per person to detain, to hold, to make sure they're in place in case things get out of hand. You also need additional security or police that will be there in riot uniforms in case something kicks off. You also have other people who are doing other jobs, like there are ambulances, there are coroners, there are investigators, there are social services, there are people working in child and mental health and all these kind of things, all there. There are people also interrogating people, asking questions inside tents on the main field. Then there are also a team of people who are going through this massive building, by the way, this magnificent, beautiful, artistic impression of Abdullah Hashim's heart, this building, right? They have to go from room to room, going through everything too. And then you have to have an army of people who are going to watch the people while they're being detained until they're being questioned, right? So that is one of the reasons, okay? There's another reason. The police need additional forces there to protect themselves in case things get out of hand. They also need additional people there to ensure that the people and the children are actually kept protected and not harmed. So you need a number like 500 for 153 people. It's not like you're coming into a drug dealer's house and you need 20 coppers, one by one, walking in a single file. They had riot police, all that, because they anticipated, not that we were going to be violent, but they anticipated that we may may not allow to take our leader, because it's a religious establishment. We believe he's a vicegerent of God, and we understand what happened to the prophets and messengers before. And what we want to ensure is that no harm comes to our leader, who we believe is a vicegerent of God. So for us, it's not a problem if they have an investigation to do. They should do it in a manner which doesn't breach their human rights and the policies and procedures, which there have been human rights violations here. We're not going to comment on that. I'm mentioning that to you now so you're aware, right? So there are a lot of things that have gone on here, right? And I don't want to speak too much because there is a live investigation going on. You guys shouldn't be speculating anyway because the police told you not to.
This is all on the Cheshire website. So you've just answered my question. So they were actually thought that you were a threat to them. You've just admitted.
No, they anticipated. I didn't. No. Don't twist my words like the press do. Don't. Look, I'm going to mute you. You're being manipulative here now. Don't be manipulative. I'm going to mute you. Don't be manipulative, right? I didn't say that they see us as a threat. I said they anticipate that as a religion, that if we come and try and take their leader, that they may face some refusal. They may face. We may put a wall in place and say, no, you're not taking him. So that doesn't mean that we're going to hit them and harm them. If you go into any religious establishment and they say that this is a prophet or that's a messenger, they're not going to let you take him. They won't, because they have this belief that that person that they are with is appointed by God. We know and we can prove it about Abdullah Hashim because he's fulfilled prophecies. He's fulfilled prophecies. He's provided proof from the scriptures of God that exist, and they've always existed. They've been around us the whole time. It took him to come here to tell us about them. So no, I'm not saying or admitting that I am telling you that they see us as a threat. But you know, the people out there see us as a threat. I'll say that straight. The people out there see us as a threat, but we are not acting in a way that's provoking them. They want to come here and rip our heads off. For what reason? Because they've had a few drinks. They had a bad day at work. They're up. Their missus is upset with them. Come on. You don't really believe that you're here to protect women and children.
Can I just say something to you then, without you getting angry or interrupting me?
I'm not angry, but I don't want you to misrepresent what I've said, because I will. Look, Jules, I'm going to tell you straight. I'm the kind of guy that will pull up the footage and I'll post it and say, I said this, she's misrepresenting what I've said here. I'm that kind of guy. So I don't want to put you in that position, because I know what I said and I remember what I said, because I've been saying it all day long. So for you to come here and try to twist what I've said, like what the media do, I don't like that. Because you said, you just admitted. No, I didn't.
Right, can I just say to you, so all of you inside Web House at the moment is saying that you feel threatened by the people of Crewe.
Look, we do. If I threw a stone at your head, would you not feel threatened by me? That's what they were doing out there. They were throwing stones and bottles into private property. If I was standing outside your house right now and I threw a brick at your window, would you not feel threatened? Of course you would. We feel threatened because we have proof. We have proof. Look, we have proof. Look, Jules, come on. Use your reason. Come on, you're very smart, Jules. Use reason here. Use logic. They're throwing stones into private property. Of course we're going to feel threatened.
Right, so why is there not 500 police officers on the other side of the...
I went out there. I went out there to speak to them at the gate. The police officer spoke to me. He said to me, look, that was a nice thing that you did, but I just want to let you know, like, just remember this. There's only 6 of us out here tonight. We're short-staffed. That's what they said.
Out there. There's 30 police officers out there because I drove past.
I have it on camera. I have it on camera. I saw 6 police officers guarding the front area where we were. There may be some police officers around that side where the alleyway is. There may be some police officers around that side. But what I can see, Jules, what I can see with my eyes is only a couple of people there.
Outside the gates though, so how do you know what's outside the gate? You haven't been out.
Oh my God, Jules, are you slow today? I was literally outside. I went to the gate telling them the ice cream van's there for them, and they started throwing stones and bottles at me. I went out there, I stood up and I looked at their faces. I saw Michael, I saw Mick. Mick's out there. He's become a speaker in one day. He was virtually unknown, and then because he went on TikTok,
Well, I've never
What do you
heard
know
of
him now? That's how I knew him. He was pointing his Michael was pointing his fingers at me, saying all sorts, and I goes, "Come on, Michael, I know who you are, mate. You're a local. Everyone loves you. Why are you being like this? Let's have a conversation, will you?" I went out there. For you to turn around and say that I didn't go out there, how do I know? You have no clue what you're talking about now. This is what I'm talking about. You come here, you speculate, you say things that are not true, and then you expect us to believe what you're saying. You've just lost credibility. I'm sorry. You've lost credibility, Jules. I'm really sorry. You've come here. You've made a whole load of accusations. You're not really listening. You're twisting my words, and then you're saying I never went outside. When on this very live, I didn't even end it. I walked from out there to in here, and on the same live. And for you to say, "Oh, you weren't out there. You've not been out by the gate. What are you talking about?" Come on.
There's not 6 police officers, as I've said to you
I
already.
looked with my own eyes. Are you outside? Are you outside? I went out there. I counted the officers before I spoke to the people. I counted the 6 officers outside our gate. If there are other officers, they are scattered in other areas because we have more than one entry into this building.
Did you know that someone's got over the back gate, by the way?
Yeah, well, we have security too. So if they've got over, they're going to be detained and they're going to be arrested. They're going to be detained and they're going to be arrested by the police.
You know when you had your open day, your Beanies and Burger open day last year? Do you remember that open day? Why was nobody allowed in the property? They only came in a couple of metres into your
Look,
garden.
because it's a private residence. People live here.
Open day.
Well, look, it's an open day for you to come and speak to us as people. Look, one day, this is going to be a museum. Okay, we're building here a museum. You'll be able to come in as much as you want. But today is not that day. You've got to be patient. There is a board on the front of our fence saying that there's a construction of the museum is going on. We're currently building it right now. One day it's going to be open to the public, but it's not a public place for people to come willy-nilly in. It's a private residence. Jules, listen, do yourself a favor. It's a private residence. We paid for it. You didn't. If you really wanted this building, you people should have paid for this and you should have looked after it. But it was derelict. It was burning to the ground on its own. We have people who are from Crewe who have contacted us telling us that this building here, right, it was absolutely filthy. It was rotten to the core. Were it not for us, we resurrected this building. So for people to come here and try and actually demand that they come into a private residence, that's disgusting. I don't come to your house and demand to come to your house. I don't actually demand to come to your house. I don't come outside your house and protest outside your yard and you go and call the police. It's not going to happen.
You had an open day. You opened your home for the public. You chose to have an open day. We never asked.
Yes, so we opened our gardens. Like Hampton Court Palace opens their gardens. They don't open the inside all the time, but they open the gardens. And we have had open days where some people have come inside. Like if you look at the footage on our YouTube channel, you'll see that there are people from all over the UK who came here. You'll see all these different faces. They were treated with hospitality. They came in there. They sat in the mystery. They had a grand tour of the whole place. We do that, but it's not my fault if you people don't see it. We advertise. If you don't want to come, that's your prerogative. Don't blame us for you not seeing it. Don't blame us. It's a private property. We don't even have to allow you in. We are not legally required to let the public in. It's a private property.
You were saying that the place was going to rack and ruin. Now you paid 2.2 million for Web House.
Yeah, we did.
Where did you all get that amount of money to pay for that property outright?
So look, look, it's quite simple, right? We were in Egypt, we sold, we left Egypt. We were in Germany, we sold up, we moved to Sweden. We were in Sweden, we sold up, we moved to England after buying this property. We are people who work. We have worked. A lot of us have worked for 20, 30 years. We have savings, we had homes. And if we want to put it into here when we live in this property, that's what we want to do. I don't tell you how to spend your money. You shouldn't tell me how to spend mine. If I want to give Abdullah Hashim the lottery winnings, and I want to give him the lottery winnings, and I will do it publicly, and I don't care what anyone says, because if I want to give him all the money I have, then that's my right, because it's my money. It's not like I'm dying and I'm giving it in a will and now the government has to take their fair share.
So it's on the internet, on Google, and one of your people actually Googled it on live last night. Okay, so you were asked to leave Egypt. You were asked to leave Germany. You were asked to leave Sweden. The reason you
No,
were asked
that's false. That's false. We left. Look, we went to court in these countries. We won. They had no evidence against us, and we chose to leave. We chose to leave. We didn't want to sit there and take it that they were going to persecute us anymore, and so we left. We left by our own choice. We left of our own choice.
Yeah,
We packed up and we left.
You were raided in Sweden for the same reasons why you were raided in.
No, we were raided for drugs and all these allegations, which they found nothing. And if you look at the documentary, there was a documentary made on it. Don't take my word. Watch the documentary. The documentary says that we were innocent. The documentary says we were innocent.
How do you know when you've only been part of it for the last 12 months?
Because the documentary is an unbiased documentary. I mean, what is a documentary? Watch the documentary, love. Go out there and do some research instead of looking at Google and speaking to people. Actually go and listen to what the videos are saying. If you go out there, look, Jules, look, let's just chill, okay? Jules, listen to me, all right? There are documentaries out there which speak about our entire journey, right? It tells you the story of what happened. It provides proof. We have footage for everything. We have documents which are in the videos, everything. We were not kicked out of any country. We chose to leave. We packed our bags and we left, and we went and we moved on to bigger and better things. And we thought that the UK was better. But you guys are actually proving as a society that you're worse than Sweden.
So one of your guys on live last night as well said
What were their names? What were their names? What were their names?
He's one with he's got a beanie hat on.
Yeah, everyone wears a beanie hat. What was their names?
I don't know, something Hassem. All of you've got the same surname. I don't know. You've all got the same name, so I'm sorry. You all dress the same. You all wear the same beanies. You've all got the same outfits on. How do I know which one it is when you've all got the same name?
It's a good thing that we all look the same, because the narrations from the Prophet and his family, peace be upon them, say that the people who will help the riser of the family of Muhammad will all have a very distinct appearance. They will all look very similar in style. They will be unique.
Why are you asking me what his name is when he's got the same surname as you? Then how do I know what his name is?
But he doesn't have a same first name, does he?
Well, no, he doesn't. But you all got the hats on anyway.
Okay, so ask your question.
I can't remember what I was saying now because I
That's
think.
all right. I'm so sorry about that. So we all get brain fog every now and again. Don't worry about it. Do you have any more questions, Jules?
Can I ask you then? You know your cars. So when I've been past a lot on the way to the gym over the last 12 months, why do you always leave in a convoy of 4 or 5 cars? You always seem to be seen as a convoy with all the blacked out. This is not a lie. This is what I've seen.
No, I'm sorry. I come in those cars, and it's not.
Who comes in the cars? Because all the windows are blacked out.
No.
All the windows
Cars are rentals. Some of the cars are rentals. It has rental on it. Some of the cars, I don't know what you're talking about. Some of the cars are rentals. Actually, listen, Jules. Listen, you know cars? Listen to me. About cars in the year 2026, right? When you buy a car, now the back windows come blacked out and the front ones come half tinted. That's how the cars are appearing now, the newer ones.
Why do you always go out in a convoy? What? I was told you'd go out shopping.
I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry, Jules. Is that illegal? I'm sorry. Have we committed a crime here? Is it illegal to go out in a bunch of 4 cars? Is that illegal? Is it illegal for us to be a family and want to go out together? I didn't realise it was a crime in this country, Jules. I'm so sorry that you're offended. I'm really sorry that you're offended that we travelled together. I'm so sorry that you're offended. Like, God bless you. I mean, what has the world come to that people can't travel in a group? Oh my goodness. I really feel sorry for the British public if this is what the world's come to. My goodness. To think that I was born and raised in this country and I thought that people had some sense. It's not like that. I live here. I'm here all the time and I see the cars coming in and out. People go in and out all the time. But you're saying we travel in convoys. That's simply not true. Sometimes we might go, sometimes we might travel 2 cars at a time. Or sometimes we might travel at 3 cars at a time. But like 4 cars every day, all the time? I mean, like, like, when you're on your way to the gym, do you stand outside Web House and do your exercise outside Web House? Because it sounds like you do if you've been watching us that much. Have you been watching us that much? Come off it, love. Come on. Have you been stalking us? Oh my God. I think, yo, guys, I think we have a stalker. She stands outside Webhouse watching us all day long. She watches the cars coming out. In fact, you know how you have train spotters and people who watch planes? Well, I think Jules watches cars. She just stands there watching the cars coming in and out because she seems to think that everybody's coming in and out.
Can I just ask, right? I've asked 4 of you the same thing, and all of you have got very aggressive with that question that I've asked.
About cars. About cars. It's because it's ridiculous. Because look, we've been raided. Our kids were taken from us. Some of them have been returned. No. Let me finish my point. Right? A lot of things have been going on. You're coming here thinking that I'm going to be sitting here like Boris Johnson saying gobbledygook donut digestive biscuit. You think I'm going to be sitting here happy? My family have been attacked. My leader has been taken away from us, right? You think I'm going to sit here and entertain like people are trying to attack us and think that they know more than we do? This is our life you're talking about. You think I don't know what goes on here? I live here. This is my family. I watch us go in and out. You're saying you think you know more than me. You don't know more than me. Jules, you don't know more than me about this religion here. You don't know anything about my religion. You've heard some rumors. You've gone on Google. You've spoken to some people over there. You've gone on to some channels over there. And then you've put A, B, C, D together and you've come up with W. You've come up with W. Right? So don't tell me that you think you know something about that you don't know anything about. You say you've gone onto the website, so what? Who cares? Right? But the reality is that this is our lives. This is TV for everybody else. They're enjoying the show. They're watching the entertainment. This is our life. This is our life. No, I'm not kicking you off. You're still here. You're still here. I ain't gonna kick you off. I'm gonna sit here because I have the stamina. I have stamina to talk. Believe me. Ask the people. Ask the people. I have the stamina to talk. I will talk here all day long. I don't care. What's your next question? Thinking I'm getting frustrated with a question about cars. For goodness sake.
Right, can you just shush for 5 minutes and just let me speak then, please? Because you've been speaking all over me and it's very rude. So let me speak.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, you've been speaking over me. We've been speaking at the same time, to be honest.
Right, well, let me speak now, please. Yeah,
I already told you. You don't need to ask me. You can just speak.
Let's see who is the strongest because I ain't giving up.
I'm sorry, but this is not a competition of who has the biggest balls here.
You said to me that you're the strongest. I'm not, unless you.
I didn't say I'm the strongest. I said I have a lot of stamina and I can go on for a long time. I said I have a lot of stamina and I can go on for a long time. Don't try to make. Look, Jules. I told you. I'm gonna mute you for a second, all right? Because you're doing it again, right? I told you already, right? Don't change the words don't say things I never said. I never said I'm the strongest. You're hearing something different, love.
Right. Can I say to you then that us as Crewe residents have the right to know what is going on in our town, yeah?
Okay, fine. I want to know what goes on in your household, if you don't mind.
We have to protect our families as much as you're trying to protect your religion and your family.
Okay, now I want to ask you a question. How often do you see us going around town centres and everywhere? You don't. Because we blend in with society. We blend in with society.
You tell me.
Yeah, we do. But hang on. So hang on a second. You want to protect. Hang on. You want to protect your family. You want to protect your family, right? You think we're a threat to you? How many crimes have been committed from the people in this building and we've been arrested by the police? None. Do you want to know why? Because we respect the laws of this land. Don't say you want to protect your family as if we're a danger to society. We've been going out shopping. We've been going cinema. We've been going golf. We've been doing a hell of a lot of things out there. We don't cause anyone any problems. In fact, we've had business owners that come here and say that you guys come on and you mind your business and we appreciate your business and you carry on. We don't cause problems for society. We even go into Crewe, into the place where they have all of the, the drama on the stage and all that. We go to the theatre too. Our kids go there. But the thing is, we don't cause problems, we don't attack people, and we don't do all this sort of stuff. We're the kind of people that if we saw people attacking people, we would go there and we would stop the attackers. While you guys run like crazy chickens. We will stand there and we will stop those people. That's who we are. So for you to think that we're a danger to you, you've got a very twisted version and understanding of who we are as a religion. You think that speaking to me in a time where it's very volatile, very dangerous, we got people out there who are threatening violence, who are trying to destroy our walls and trying to breach our walls. You think I'm going to sit here and take this from you? Well, and I've sat here and entertained your conversation. Don't talk to me about you saying that we're a threat to the society out there. We've never been a threat to society. Your people in Crewe have complained that we don't integrate. That means you're saying that you don't see us. And then when we're walking around the streets, your people are saying in Crewe, oh, you're walking around intimidating us. No, we're not. We're minding our own business. We're going from A to B. And now we can't please you. We don't want to please you because we can never please you. Everything we do, you seem to have a problem with. That's why the people of Crewe are losing their minds. They don't know if they want A, they don't know if B, they don't know if they want C. You guys don't know what you want. You don't even trust your leaders that you put in power. And you want to sit here and tell us what's right and what's wrong? You can't even make up your own mind about your own county, your own country. So don't sit here telling me that you're scared of us. We didn't do nothing to you lot. We minded our own business. The locals say they just mind their own business. The only reason there's a protest out there right now is not because they think we're a cult. It's because of the allegations that are going on. But the thing is, like I said earlier, everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
Nobody, right, he's put me on mute here, guys. Nobody has protested against you until all these allegations came out. We have
Actually, 2 months ago, there was a far-right protest right outside our gates, which was televised.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was. The Sky News was there. ITV was there. You don't even know, do you? You're just showing your ignorance now. Thank you very much, darling. Go and do your homework. Go and do your homework. Don't tell me that nobody's ever protested. We've had a lot of protests out there. We did a counter protest as well. So we've had several protests outside our gates. Don't tell me that you're from Crewe and you ain't got a clue what's even going on in your front door. This is the ignorance we have to deal with. This is ridiculous. You want to come on here and tell me you've spoken to 4 other people who are becoming very hostile towards you when we can see the ignorance in you. Go back to Google because Google's doing your wonders, love. Absolute disgrace you are coming on here telling us like no one's done this. You're making yourself look silly, woman. You're making yourself look silly. Do you want to know why? Because we have had protest after protest outside there. We had people come from Manchester. Look, let me tell you something. Your councillors and the councillors from from Crewe, they were participating in those protests. So don't tell me that we've only had one protest since the police had raided us. That's absolute ignorance. Look at the ridiculousness of this. I want to have a nice conversation with someone. It's ridiculous that like the arrogance and the ignorance of some people, they come up here thinking they know everything and they're stating things that are factually not true. I actually really detest falsehood. I can't tell you. When people lie, when people say things that are not true and you can tell they believe it, I get very angry with it. I get upset because I actually detest falsehood. I stand on the truth. If something is truth, and this is actually something, whether you believe in my faith or not, this is something I've always stood for. No matter what path I've taken, when I was a Christian, when I was a Hindu, when I was a Sikh, when I was a Muslim, and when I came and joined this religion, everybody knows that if something was truthful or untruthful, I came out and I spoke about it. So whenever someone sees or someone comes to me and starts saying things which I know are false, factually false, and they say, oh, no, I'm going to get angry. Besides, my voice is also gone, so I'm fighting for my voice to speak at the same time, right? So listen, the people need to understand, right? The people need to understand that you don't know all the details. Don't come up here thinking you know anything. If you want to come up here, ask about my religion. Ask about the Ahmadi religion of peace and light. Ask about Abdullah Hashim. If you want to chuck in a cheeky question about the raid, chuck it in. But from this moment on, I'm not going to be speaking about the women and I'm not going to be speaking about children. Leave them out of it. You want to speak about Abdullah Hashim? Go ahead. You want to speak about Webb House? Go ahead. You want to speak about what our life is like? Go ahead. But don't ask about women and children. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you? Your voice, obviously.
My voice is, you know me, right?
I-
Look, my voice is absolutely messed, man.
I know it is because, and
It's not
even
because of
only you.
shouting on TikTok, it's because of the protests.
Yeah, 48 hours straight,
Yeah,
and the
48
people there
hours
in
of
crew, they
protesting
couldn't
was
even last for
funny.
1 minute. For 1 minute. And so it's
Yeah,
not even just you, and even the people that were, not believers in this call, they were like, okay, well, like, how are they going on for so long? Even they were like, okay, this is unusual, obviously,
Yeah, like we had the spirit of God with us, which has kept us going. And like I said to Jules, like if they kept him in there for a month, we would have stayed outside for a month. We were not moving from there. They would have to go and get a court injunction, and then we would look at the court injunction that would say you have to stand away from this area, and we would see where the closest places we can stay, and then we would stay there, and we would protest from there. This is what we were prepared to do. We were prepared to stay there until they released him.
It's absolutely nonsense. You guys went out and you shared drinks with the people that were protesting against you, and the police even, imagine the police, they didn't want you guys to show kindness.
Yeah, they didn't know. But you know what it is? Some of the guys at the very front, they didn't want kindness. They wanted to fight. Do you know what? I know that look. I've seen that look. And you know what it is? If I was not part of this religion, the old me would have jumped straight into that crowd. I would have jumped straight in there. And I would have got stuck in, And if you're a boxer, you know what that means. I would have got stuck straight in. That's what I would have done, the old me. But the thing is, Abdullah Hashim has taught me to be kind to my fellow man, to show good manners to my fellow man, and to help my fellow man. But I don't want to help people who are trying to lie and throw falsehood and allegations and try to make us look guilty and try to twist the words that we're saying. I don't like people who spread falsehood. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care if you believe in God or if you don't. But falsehood is falsehood, and I won't stand for it, especially when it involves my master, Abdullah Hashim, Abu al-Sadiq, from You Is Peace. I love you so much. Forgive me if I made any mistakes, right? Forgive me if I have not represented you properly. But I love you so much, and I will stand up for you until my dying breaths, right? So understand something. I want the people to understand something, right? This is more than an allegation. This is the repeating history. This is Joseph from the Bible, right? The situation that happened with him. It's occurring again, right? He is Joseph. He's come back. He's come back. He has the same allegations that was made on Joseph has been made to him today. He was arrested like Joseph was arrested. And we're being persecuted in the same way Joseph was persecuted. You have to understand, you have to research, you have to investigate, you have to look at the evidence, you have to look past all the noise. Because what's happening is everyone's turning this into a circus show, and they're not actually seeing that this is real. This is people's lives. It's people's lives that you're looking at here. It's not EastEnders. Come on. There are real people's lives here at stake. And there are children at stake. Children's lives have been ruined in this raid. And when it turns out that he's innocent, just like it happened before, right? Do you know what's going to happen? Those kids are traumatized. That's going to have a big impact on their life. It's not fair to the kids that this happened to them. It's not fair that the kids can't come home because you've got people out there acting like that. Uncivilized. That's not British behaviour. I get that you want to have a good little punch up every now and again, but there's a place to do that. You never heard to go and keep it in the ring? Go keep it in the ring. You don't come out on the streets fighting people. You're going to get arrested. You're going to look like a bunch of wallies. Okay.
Hello again.
Hello, Grant. Welcome back. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, thank you. Thank you for letting me back up.
No, you're all right, man.
Firstly, I can see how passionate you are about this.
Okay.
But what people are trying to say to you, and I'm just trying to give you some advice, you're not actually letting them speak, you're just speaking over them. Like you did it with me, and I said to you at the time, if you remember, are you going to let me speak? So people are obviously, quite understandably, going to get wound up. They're going to get angry and get back at you because you're not giving them the opportunity. Just speaking from how I've identified it from you from before. I asked some pretty tough questions previously. You handled them pretty well, but obviously the answers were, as I factually already had the information. Where are you at now? Are you going to talk to anybody outside, like any of the people? Are you going to have a similar conversation with anybody outside?
Look, Grant. When I went outside, right, the police were there. Okay, were you watching the live when I went outside?
Sadly, I wasn't, because I was actually live myself.
Okay, so I went outside. I stood up on the thing and I looked over the gate and I could see everybody and they could see me. And I said, "Hello, everybody. I just want to let you know, right, that there's an ice cream truck just down that way there." Right, all the ice cream is paid for. You can help yourselves. You're out here. You might be a little bit peckish, but there's no food places around here. So go help yourself to some ice cream, courtesy of Abdullah Hashim. That's all I did. I was faced with, I was being pelted with bottles, pelted with stones, and I still stood there. Like, I just held my ground. The police said, "Look, there's only a few of us here," and the police officer said to me, "There's only 6 of us here." Right, so I was like, okay, well, that's your business. Like, if you want more, then you can call for more. There's nothing I can do for you there, right? So, like, that, I understood their situation. I didn't want to make it worse for them at the same time, right? But I went out there. Look, there's a protest going on out there. Everybody out there, without me being there, when I walked up, I could hear it. They were very angry. They're shouting. They're saying really horrible things out there.
Do you understand why they're angry?
Grant, they're not in a position to talk right now.
Do you understand why they're angry?
Yes, I do. But they were saying it. "We want you out. We don't want you here." That's why they're angry. They don't want us here.
Okay.
That's their reason. They're saying it at the gate. "We don't want you here. Get out of here. Get out of this house. We don't want you in Crewe. Crewe doesn't want you." That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Right.
Yeah,
so
and
if you ask me, do you know why they're like that? Well, that's the reason. They've told me.
Okay.
They never said nothing about because you guys are PDFs and because you have allegedly done this to a woman. They don't care about the woman. This is an opportunity for them to take us out or to try and get rid of us.
No, they're just not quite accumulated their answers or their words correctly. So one of the things that they want to get
but come on, mate. I think you're being a little bit maybe you're being a little bit biased there, right?
I'm looking at it from a bigger picture. One thing I have noticed when you talk to me, there's a hell of a lot more respect to me as a man than when you talk to a woman. I've noticed that you don't speak kindly.
Actually, look, that Jules, who I spoke to. That was the only conversation that was like that. Out of all the women I've spoken to today, I've spoken to mainly women today. And there's a lot of women that will testify. People from Crewe, people from Manchester, people from the wider area. I've spoken to them. It was a lovely conversation. But I won't tolerate people twisting my words, because she did that. She twisted my words. She said things I never said. And she was trying to manipulate what I said and what the media does with people as well. She was doing that too. She was saying some things which were very insensitive. And I'm sitting here doing my best, mate. I'm trying my best. I'm communicating with the people in the Crewe. I'm one of the few British people that's doing that, right? I'm trying my best here. I'm on my own doing this. Maybe there's a few others, but I am trying. Look, if I wasn't here, then you wouldn't be speaking to someone like me. You'd be probably speaking to somebody else who's representing a religion. But I am doing my best. I'm doing it from a position where I understand, because I am British too, right? I know what this ideology, I understand what they're looking for, right? Yep. But the thing is, we are entitled as people who are living here legally, who have purchased this property, to be here. The police haven't said we can't be here. The government hasn't said you're not allowed to be in this country or in Crewe. Nobody has did that. These are residents saying it. So it's a civil matter. It's their opinion against people who are here. It's an opinion. They don't want us to be here. But that, because of an opinion, it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to say, okay, because you want that, I'm going to just pack my bags and go.
Okay. One question. Abdullah Hashim, will we ever hear from him?
Yes, you will.
Do you know when that will be?
I don't, because look, he has those strict bail conditions, as you already understand. And every time, actually, I suggest, look, your head's screwed on, mate. You're intelligent, you're intellectual, you use your head, like you think critically. I can tell this about you, all right? Go onto the YouTube channel, The Mahdi Has Appeared, or Ahmadi Religion of Peace and Light. Have a look at all the public statements he's given against the nations that oppressed us. He gives public statements whenever something like this happens. He will give a public statement at some point, right?
Okay. So what are his specific
this is actually what we do
at the moment?
Yeah, I know he is, but he does give. Like I said,
what are the specific conditions?
Well, you can find those out if you go to the website. You'll find it there.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the conditions are that he's not allowed back to crew to the building.
He's not allowed. Yeah. So you, I think you're already kind of vaguely aware of what they are.
I know
But look,
what it is. I wanted to hear it from you more than anything. Because
yeah,
I
look,
wanted to make sure.
I know what the bail conditions are. I don't particularly like saying it over and over again, to be honest with you, mate.
So,
Yeah?
so I'm just going to say something. So, because people are constantly, relaying back what they're trying to say, that police are pursuing slavery and trafficking risk orders against some individuals there. That's what they're doing. That doesn't mean that there's proof, but it also doesn't mean there's not proof, and people need to realise that.
I agree.
So,
I hear what you're saying. And actually, I was saying that too. I was saying that it doesn't mean that they have proof, but it doesn't mean he's guilty either. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I have been saying the same thing too, but for some reason, because it's been put out there, like, people aren't like me and you in the sense that they try to think about these things before they speak on them, right? So, like, you have to kind of analyze the situation before you try and come to a conclusion. And we can't come to a conclusion because right now, the investigation is still live and it's ongoing, right?
yeah.
So we can't come to conclusions. So what we're saying is to the people is, look, if you want to protest out there, no problem. If you want ice cream, we'll supply it for you. You want pizza, we'll buy it for you. You want drinks, we'll feed you, and we'll make sure that you're happy. Okay, in that respect. But if you don't like us, no problem. But if you can't get food, we want to feed you. We want to show you some humanity, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, you want to protest for as long as you want. It doesn't matter for us because you're doing what you're doing within the confines of the law. But also understand that you have to understand that there is a limit that you can't cross. You shouldn't cross. Because look, the police haven't made any judgments against us. They haven't charged anyone with those allegations yet. There is an ongoing investigation.
There's 9 convictions of suspicion.
So suspicion. I can be suspicious that you may be.
Yeah, but that means they've got substantial evidence, enough evidence to be able to charge with suspicion. That's what that means.
No.
Doesn't mean they've got proof of conviction.
And again, it still doesn't mean they're guilty. Again, it still doesn't mean they're guilty.
It doesn't mean they're not guilty either. That's the the
exactly.
point
So look, we're still in this position where they have to do an investigation. You can pull up all these charges what you want. Some of it swings in the way of the law anyway, right? So there are cases where people have been prosecuted, and it was unfair, it was unjust, and it was a wrong decision. This can happen. It does happen in court.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If people were found guilty and your leader was found guilty, what would your stance actually be on that?
I would still follow him and I would still obey him.
You would follow a man that would be found guilty of trafficking?
Yeah, because look, they can say all these things about him, but I know it not to be true. I know it not to be true. Because this isn't happening. No. I'm never ever going to tell you that he's guilty of any of those. He's actually completely innocent of those any of those charges.
Yeah, but if he's found guilty by the judgment of law, then he's guilty. And you're saying that you follow a man that has been found guilty of that.
Okay, are we going by maritime law? Or are we going by common law?
We're going by common sense, man. The fact that
and again, here we go, mate. In a court of law, you're judged according to maritime law. You're not judged according to common law. You're not judged according to common law. You're judged according to maritime law. It's a completely different law that's not actually live on the earth.
It still stands. If somebody is found guilty of slavery and trafficking, you said you would still follow him.
Yeah, I will follow him. If he's guilty of all of these crimes, if they prosecute him for being guilty of all these crimes, I know that he's innocent of them. He's being trapped. He's been set up. Because look, we weren't allowed to watch their investigation. They could have done anything. They could have set anything up. People have said and made allegations against us. Those allegations, like you have said, right? He's not guilty. He's not innocent. Let them do their investigation. Just wait for the police to conclude their investigation. Just like in Sweden, they found him innocent. And then he chose to leave that country. Just like in Germany. Just like in Germany. Just like in Germany, the same thing happened, and in Egypt, the same thing happened. Everywhere we go, the same thing happens. He's innocent wherever he goes, because this pattern is so common. It's a repeating itself over and over again.
So why
people don't like us.
Found innocent?
People don't like our religion. It's just how it is. Every country we go to, look, Grant, you're seeing it from your perspective. I respect that. I respect your opinion. Mate, let me finish. I respect your opinion. I respect your perspective. I respect that you are using sense here and you're trying to make sense of the situation according to what you understand the law to be. But I'm telling you from my experience and my understanding, according to everything we have gone through, it's been the same thing over and over again. We've been accused of this, they found nothing. We've been accused of this, we found nothing. We've been accused of this and we found nothing. And it's going to be the same again. It's a repeat over and over again. And the thing is, They found nothing in Sweden. Why was Sweden involved in some random woman's who had nothing to do with Sweden? Why are you? Do you understand? Like, why were they even involved? This is a joint. There's a political agenda going on here. There is something bigger than what you know going on here. Because Abdullah Hashim is a powerful man. His power is growing. His movement is growing. People are taking the streets to him. They're calling his name in all the countries. Maybe the governments see this and they want to try and put a stop to it. And this is what we know, that governments have done this in the past in other situations. There are proofs in other governments in other places that they try to stop people's movements by doing things. So we don't know if there is any foul play going on here, but I suspect, like you said, suspicion. Well, I suspect that there is political involvement involved here somewhere, because Abdullah Hashim's strength is growing. His movement is getting bigger. More and more people are coming towards him. And if more and more people follow him as an individual, he's going to be more powerful. He's going to grow as a power. And right now, the world needs that. They need a man who is appointed by God to help them, lead them to salvation. Meanwhile, your governments are sending you to the pot. They're sending you into the fire. They're sending you into wars.
Your government too.
Your governments are sending you into wars right now. Yeah, he's my government too, but I never voted for him. I didn't vote for Keir Starmer.
I didn't vote for him
but
either,
I respect,
so it's not my government,
mate.
but...
Sorry, say that again, mate.
I didn't vote for him either, but it's still the government that we have to deal with.
Yeah, and Grant, I understand. But have I not been saying time and time again, respect the laws of the land? We respect the laws of the land.
So
we don't break
them.
them.
Saying. If the
but it doesn't necessarily mean that we have to love him and look his. It doesn't mean we have to love him, does it? We don't have to love him. We don't have to like him. He's actually causing oppression to you and to me. He's putting our taxes up, our food, our rent, our bills. It's all going up because of the decisions they're making. So we're all suffering.
The laws of the land.
Yeah, we respect the laws of the land.
So then, if by the laws of the land he is found guilty of slavery and trafficking,
I respect the laws of the land, but I can disagree with judgments made.
Okay, but you're still going to follow somebody that has been convicted.
Yes, I'm never going to stop following him.
Okay.
I will follow this man. I will follow this man. Grant, it's my belief.
No, I've got.
I know you, Grant. I know you respect my beliefs, and I respect you, and I respect everything that you're saying. Okay, I don't actually have a problem with you personally, all right? Okay, but this is my belief. This is my religion. I will follow this man because I testified to God that I will live upon this religion, I will die upon this religion, and I will be resurrected upon this religion. Because I know what he teaches. I know that what he is doing is correct. It's the right thing. He's not done any of those, all those things that they're claiming he has done, or they are claiming that the 6 individual has done. None of the people are actually guilty of it.
That you think.
I mean, Grant. Sorry, say that again, mate. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was going to say none of them are guilty of it that you think, but we don't know that. We can never know.
I know that. I know that for sure. I have certitude in my heart that my brothers and anyone else involved is innocent.
But factually, you don't know that.
I know that. I know that for a fact because they're good people. I know them. They're good. And actually, then they're innocent of all of those charges.
People I've known that I thought were good, and they turned out not to be good.
Okay, Grant, let's agree to disagree here, okay? Because we're going to keep going around in circles.
Yeah, we are.
Grant, I have a question for you.
I've said what I want to say. I've heard what
when they are found, Grant, when they are all found innocent, because you've asked me the opposite, okay? When they are all found innocent, will you then say, actually, I was wrong? And actually, you know what?
If they're innocent, I will stand back and say, fair enough, they were innocent. I will step down and not say anything more, because that is the law of the land.
You know what, mate? I would shake your hand. If you were here right now, I'd shake your hand. Because you know what? It takes a man to say that. Because a lot of people I've asked that question to, they say, no, we'd still hate you and we still want you out. Like, that's their behaviour. That's their attitude. I'm talking about the people in Crewe. That's their attitude right now. So even if he was found innocent, even if he was found innocent and they said no charges are to be pressed against this group or this religion or these people, they're saying that even in that situation, they still hate him and they don't want him here and they want him out. I understand why they want that. But the thing is that the law has decided and and then they're entitled to believe that if they want to. If they want to do that, that's fine.
Okay.
It's
so
fine.
Now let me ask you, because
it's fine if they want to believe that.
I
it's
said
fine.
to you that I would let it go if they were found innocent.
Who? Sorry.
You said to me, what would I do if I found them innocent? Would I accept it? I've told you I would. Why don't you follow the same logic?
Because because we are two different people. We're from two different backgrounds.
I can't shake your hand.
You wouldn't shake my hand. Look, this for you. You're looking out at this as an outsider. You're not part of the religion, right?
No,
are you part of? I can't remember. Do you live in Crewe?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't live in the area or the vicinity. You're not part of.
I'm part of this country.
Okay, yeah, and that's fine. Look, there are many people in this country, okay? But you're not part of this religion. You don't live in Crewe. You're entitled to have an opinion, which I said I respect, right? But at the same time, we're two different people. I live in Crewe. This is my religion. He's my leader, and I know him personally, and I've known him for a very long time, okay? So for me, I know this man. I know what he is, who he is, and how he is. I know his demeanor. I know his family. I know his kids. His kids are my kids. My kids are his kids. We're a family. Do you understand? So for me, we're two different people. So you might not shake my hand, but I will still extend my hand. And I've done it to many a people, and many a people have rejected to shake my hand, and that's fine. I don't mind. But the main thing
Only
is I
because
put my
you
hand
don't
out.
follow the same logic. That's the only reason why I wouldn't shake your hand.
No,
If
because
you
look,
don't
it's my
accept that somebody's been
religion
found
and
guilty,
beliefs. It's my religion and my beliefs. And actually, in religion, belief is not accounted as a part of anything. They don't account religion in the law. It's not accountable for anything. So law doesn't
Apart from
apply
when
in
you
the
stand
system
in
of
front
law.
the judge
So,
and say you
so
solemnly
according
swear
to
tell
me,
the
this
truth,
is
the
my
whole
religion,
truth,
mate.
and
Listen,
nothing but the
I've
truth
just
with your hand on a Bible.
Sorry, what?
Apart from when you put your hand on a Bible and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
What if
So
I put
there
my
is religion.
what if I put my hand on my holy book and do that right now?
But we already know you're telling us the truth that you believe. I'm saying that there is still religion involved there. So you can't say there's not religion, there's no religion within the law, because there is.
So Abdullah Hashim,
Christian
the
law.
vicegerent of God, he's proven himself to be the vicegerent of God. I'm talking about religion now, right? He goes into court, right? He puts his hand on the holy book and he says, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So he's now testified in court that he's going to tell the truth. He tells the truth. And then the jury, right, managed to somehow give him a guilty plea. You're saying that makes him guilty because a group of his peers have said that he's guilty. Now he's going to go to jail. So I, as a believer in him, should say, because a group of people decided that he's guilty, I should now say that he's guilty too. No, I'm never going to do that.
Okay, well,
For me, because I'm a religious person, I've always been a religious person. For me, if God comes here and tells me Abdullah Hashim is guilty, I will then believe that he's guilty. But for a man to tell me that he's guilty, I will never believe this.
okay. Well,
This is religion, mate. This is religion. For me, this is my life. This is religion.
I understand that, but I still don't. Yeah, there's lots of queries that people are going to have. I'm going to come down so other people can talk.
God bless you. mate.
You know, carry on, but you know, everybody, please be respectful to one another, and please, I have seen it. I know you don't think you have, but show a bit more respect towards women when you're talking to them.
Look, Grant, you can say that because you saw one conversation.
No, I've seen several conversations.
I've spoken to about 10 women today, and we've had very reasonable conversations.
One woman that you were polite to. The rest I haven't seen. So that's
Okay.
what I'm just saying.
Okay.
My
So look,
observation. Not fact,
look, mate.
just my observation.
Yeah, okay, so from what you have seen, but I'm the one who's sitting on the lives. I've sat there, I've listened, I've not interrupted. It's getting a little bit late. I've been doing this for a while. My throat is killing me. I haven't really had anything to drink. I'm going on and on and on, trying to do the best I can. If I went and got a good night's rest and came back, I'd be a different person again. People act different when they get a little bit tired. Do you know what I mean? I've been doing this for hours, like I said. So that's my excuse, right?
Mate,
We make
it has
excuses
nothing
for each
to
other.
do whether it's a female or male. We even have someone in the comment section saying that he respected me when I was in the box. It
No,
has
I
nothing
saw
to do.
that.
It has
That
something
was
to
the
do with
person
the
I saw it with.
conversation.
Yeah, and that's the person I saw him being polite to. But there was other people that he just doesn't let talk. When they ask a particularly difficult question, he won't let them speak further.
There have been no difficult questions, Grant.
Okay. We'll have to agree to disagree again.
Okay, that's fine.
I wish you all the best.
Somebody
Before we
asked
get
a
going, it's late.
So earlier, Loz asked a hypothetical question, and I was like, these questions aren't questions that normal people ask. You sound like somebody who's come into this live to try and gather some sort of intel, or to try and gather some sort of information, to try and maybe contribute to the case. Some people are very sus the way that they're coming up here asking
Oh, no, I
questions.
see that as well.
When I've had a lot of people.
Uneducated when they come up and ask the questions.
When
I've
I've
seen
had a
that
lot of
too.
other people come, when I've had a lot of other people coming up, they're asking questions. I can tell somebody who lives locally because the questions they're asking also. So tell me like why you guys do this and why you guys do that, and they calm down and they chill out a bit. But some people, they're very persistent in asking questions, the same question in 2 or 3 ways. That's a skill that the police have. That's what they do in interrogations. They ask one question in 5 different ways and they space it out. And sometimes they try to do it in reverse order. So I understand how police try to do these sort of things. I'm not a stranger to the police interrogations. I'm not a stranger towards the way people question to try and gather evidence either.
Yeah.
But thank you very much, Grant, for coming up
All
here.
the best. Take
I
care.
gave you the benefit of the doubt.
The benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. When you came up here, I anticipated that you might come up here because maybe you've seen that I've been a bit, like a bit louder with Jules that came on beforehand.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted
Right.
to come up and talk.
Yeah, and
So
this is why I brought you up. I could have chose anybody else. I chose to bring you up because I wanted you to address those concerns because of the way you speak. Do you understand?
Appreciate that.
No problem, mate.
All the best. Take care.
Take care. Ta-ra. My goodness, where are they going?
It's crazy.
No, it's okay. Look, Grant's he's got
No,
his
he
heart's in
seemed
the
like
right
a
place.
good
You know, his heart's in the right place. You know, he's just trying to be fair with everybody, me and the people on the other side.
Yeah, he's just saying
and
what he
victims.
observed. Anyway, God bless him.
Yeah. I think it was unfair what he said to me that I've been speaking to women in a certain way. Like, I've actually mainly been speaking with women. Actually, most of the people that came on were women. I didn't speak to many men. So mainly speaking to women. And I've been nothing but respectful and courteous. And a couple of times, yeah, I might have slipped, but I make mistakes. Like, I sometimes get a little bit frustrated. But, like, we're all human beings at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Look, I think it's about time. It's coming to 11 o'clock. I need to have a bit of a break. You know, I'll probably come on again in a little while. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go with your permission. I'd like to say thank you very much for watching the live. For those of you out there, I hope you're staying warm. I hope you're staying hydrated, and I hope you've got some food in your bellies. And I hope you guys got some ice cream. To the people that I've spoken to today so far, thank you very much for coming up. If I have said anything to offend any of you, my intention is not to hurt you directly, okay? My intention is to get my point across. And sometimes I do raise my voice. But as you can tell, my voice isn't my voice at the moment. So please make excuses for me, if anything. And again, Jules, if you're there, I'd like to apologise to you for speaking to you in such a manner. It's not my normal demeanour. Maybe catch me a bit earlier on in the day and you'll see a different person. I've been on this going for hours and hours. I will probably go on again in a little while, but I need a bit of a break. So thank you very much, guys. And I'll probably see you. If you're going to come back on live, then I'll be jumping on in a little while. So I'll see you guys soon. Somebody said, let me up quickly. Sean the sheep. Hello, Sean.
Yo, you right?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. My throat's a bit hurting, but I'm all right, mate. How you doing?
Right, first of all, obviously you're going to be tired and aggy, yeah, so people can't really be having a go at you, like, for losing yourself.
It's all right,
But I have
It's
one
all right,
question
man.
here.
Yeah, go ahead, mate.
Obviously, you said about the jury finding him guilty. What's your thoughts if he pleads guilty himself?
He wouldn't plead guilty because he's innocent. We don't say things that are untrue in our religion.
Okay, but what I'm saying is...
And actually, Sean, I understand what you're saying, but you're speaking about a hypothetical example here, and I don't deal in hypotheticals. I deal with what we're dealing with right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'm saying, if there's evidence, he's going to be advised, like knowing the court process, he's going to be advised to plead guilty because that lessens his sentence.
No, he's not going to plead guilty because he's not guilty of anything.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Just your opinion on whether he'd do that.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't do that. He's completely innocent. He's absolutely innocent, and he would never plead guilty to something he hasn't done.
That's fair. If he's going to back himself like all the way, obviously when it gets to trials and stuff, then everyone knows if you plead guilty, if you plead guilty, you get a lesser sentence. So that's what my point was. In your opinion, would he do that?
I understand. So my opinion is no, he wouldn't do that. He would never plead guilty to something because the vicegerents of God do not say things that are not true. If he was guilty of something, he will say, yes, I am guilty of doing that. He would say it.
That's fair enough.
He's a very transparent.
All the way.
Sean, he's a very transparent guy. If he did something, he would say it. If he didn't do something, he's going to say, I didn't do it. You know what I mean? So he's just a very transparent guy. I don't know how to explain it, but that's who he is. The people of God They don't lie. They tell the truth. And he is the man of God on the earth today. He's not going to lie. Jesus would never lie. Muhammad, peace be upon them, would never lie. Joseph would never lie. Jeremiah would never lie. And Moses would never, the prophets never lied. And he doesn't lie either.
That's fair enough. Right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't know enough about the
yeah, thank you,
situation.
man.
It's just on that point, man.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate your question, man. Thank you very. I saw your message. I was like, yeah, all right, fair enough. One more, and I was like, yeah, let me
go get a drink and that and rest, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah. Take care, man. All the best. Ta-da.
You too, bro.
Bye. Thank you very much, folks, for. Oh my God, there's another one.
Bro, maybe you should take a break.
Yeah, there's another one. Let me up before you go.
I mean, obviously, we only want the truth across. We don't like decorate the truth or say things to please them. Like, we just say it as it is.
Yeah, look, we've been very transparent. Like, people are asking questions in very strange ways. It's like, why don't you just ask the question? It's like people are trying to beat around the bush to ask a question. It's like, why don't you just ask the question like a normal person? Like, why did you turn the TV on? Instead of saying, did you see that the TV was on? It's like, why don't you just ask, did you turn it on? Like, just be transparent, man. Do you know what I mean? So look, I'm gonna go. I do genuinely need a break. So I will come back. So just wait. I'm gonna wash my face, brush my teeth, have a little snack, have a drink, and then I'll come back and I'll speak to you guys again. All right. Look, if I haven't taken you up now, I'll probably take you up when I come back. Okay. But thank you very much. I really appreciate you all. I've been on here. I've been going for hours, and I'll come back and I'll probably keep going on for hours. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you very, very soon. So, like, just hold tight. Just flick through social media and have a look at the protest outside Web House and just see what's going on. And then we'll speak again soon. All right. Yo, Az, thank you very much for coming up, man. I appreciate. God bless you so much. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. So thank you.
We appreciate you. 1,000 people here.
No. I don't deserve your praise.
Peace be with you all.
God bless you. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Peace be upon you all. See you later.